Great morning. You guys come on in. Come on in. You guys come on in. I hear my babies up. Come on in. I'm going to be doing a little bit of double duty. I'm getting ready. Wow. I'm going to talk to you guys. Hey, baby. Great morning. Hey, April. How you doing, girl? Superstore. I'm so proud of her, y'all. She's doing some amazing things, and it's incredible to watch the word of God come forth. Hey, Stacy, how are you, beautiful? You all do me a favor, go ahead and share the broadcast. Share the broadcast for me. I appreciate you. Share the broadcast. While y'all sharing, I'm going to try to do my eyes real quick, okay? Go ahead and share. And today we're going to talk about the importance of not stopping believing, right? Why it's important for us to continue to believe. Why it's important for us to continue to believe. Y'all let me know when you shared. Thank you, April, for sharing. Thank you, baby, for sharing. This word is going to be a fire word. And I don't know about you all, but sometimes I just need that reminder. Hey, Ashley. Hey, Cheryl. How are you? Y'all ready for this word? Listen, God has a way of giving us exactly what we need when we need it. Sometimes we're not even aware that we need that word, right? But He'll send it, and He'll send it in a way that you're like, oh my God, I didn't know I needed this, but this was definitely for me. And I feel like today's word is a word like that. It's a word where it's one of those words that when you get it, like you're going to be like, oh my God, I needed this today. Um, I am often reminded that God is like a master artist. Like He's like a master artist, not a makeup artist, but a master artist. Good morning, Kareem. And as a master artist, what he does is he will position us in various situations at various times for different reasons. Now, we may think that we know the reason at that time, but there really may be more to it, right? Very often, there's more to it. And so, as we take our journey, as we take our journey, God will begin to reveal the more. Okay. So it's like, okay, so I'll use this example and this analogy. So it's like me doing my eyes, right? So I use, a lighter color, a darker color, and then a color that like outlines the base of my eyebrows, right? So I create the frame, right? The focus is not the eyeshadow. The focus is my eyes, right? Y'all see them? Okay. Who that? Hold on, I gotta fix that because that's gonna bother me. Okay, the focus is my eyes. Now, as much as and y'all see, I don't take a long time doing makeup. Like I just don't. But the focus is the eyes. But if you do not frame the eyes, they will not show up um, in the way that most highlights them. So It's one of the reasons that I use eyeliner, right? What eyeliner does is it lines the eye and it says, hey, look at me. So when I put on the eyeliner, this is not a makeup tutorial, by the way, but when I put on the eyeliner, I go along the base of the eyelid, right? I go along the base of the eyelid to create a frame because I really don't have eyelashes. Um, and I'm not putting any false ones on today. I normally don't wear them anyway. Special occasions, I might put them on. But you see the difference in the eye, right? My eye is the same. The eye makeup's the same. The only thing that's different is the eyeliner. What the eyeliner did was gave it a pop. It said, pow, right? So in our lives, there are these things that have happened in our lives, these things that we've experienced, things that we've gone through, right? And along the journey, we may feel like, oh, this was wasted. Oh, I shouldn't have done this because I wasted so much time. But you got to remember that nothing in life happens to us and everything in life happens for us. So what looks like wasted time to you is not wasted time unless you waste it, right? If you don't learn the lesson, if you don't get the point that God is trying to make in your life, you will miss it. Otherwise, what happens is those things that happened in your life simply frame the beautiful palette that has already been established. They just frame it. It's not the end of the world. Um, it's not worth quitting over. It is simply God providing some framing to your life, some framing to your situation, some framing, something to make it pop, because it is those experiences that really impact the lives of other people. Okay, so one of the things that often happens in my life is that I'm misunderstood. Like people don't understand me. Um, they may think that I am selfish or egotistical. Um, they may think that I think the world revolves around me. Well, my world revolves around me. But the truth of the matter is, I've learned that me living out loud, living my life in a way that is authentic, it has really served as an impetus, a springboard, a pushing place for other people to live their life out loud. So many people live their life quietly because they just don't believe they're that person. Yeah, they can see it for me, but they don't believe they're that person. They can see it for someone else, but they don't believe they're that person. They're not the one to be in the limelight. They're not the one to provide answers to people. They're not that person. But the truth of the matter is, we all are someone's solution. Someone somewhere is looking for you for a solution. Someone somewhere is looking for you to assist them with what they're doing. You're their answer. And because you're not in position, they're not getting their answer. Now, I don't know what is more selfish or self absorbed. To me, it's not doing what you're called to do because people are waiting for you. So as they're waiting for you and you're feeling like someone else can do it, you're going to miss out. This is hot, honey. Y'all, it's fire. Do you hear me? And yeah, I put it in my coffee. Um, you're missing out and you're causing them to miss out. You're delaying them because you won't get in position. Every time God tells you to do something and you fail to do it, it means that He's got to try to find someone else to do it or wait for you to do it, right? So, what's happening is you're delaying people because you are more caught up in you and how you feel and what you think and your fear of what others are going to think than you are God, like literally what God has for you. I don't know, y'all. I'm falling in love with coffee with a kick, right? The little pop. Oh, that's hot. So you can't stop believing. Don't stop believing that you matter. Don't stop believing that God has a plan for you. Don't stop believing that there is purpose to your pain. There's purpose to your challenges. There's purpose to everything that you've gone through in your life. There's purpose to it. There's purpose in it. It is designed to do something, produce something in your life. It has purpose. So there are no relationships that are wasted, no interactions that are wasted. Like they're only wasted if you don't take the time and wasted in your eyes only. But if you don't take the time to really see what is this about? What is this about? I've been thinking about my journey over 2022, all the places I've been, the people that I've met, the places I've stayed. What was all of this about, God? Like, what was it about? If it didn't go the way that I wanted it to go, what was the purpose? What was the role? And Kareen reminded me the other day, remember, Dr. V, when you were trying to get that apartment and you didn't get it and you were upset in Columbia, but it was because I wasn't going to be there. And God knew that. So I can say, oh, I wasted my time, but God just provided yet another confirmation. This is not what I want for you at this time. This is not it. I just need you to hold on. I need you to be patient. I know you want your own, but listen, it's coming. I know you want to put down roots, but wait, I'm not through moving you. 111. I'm not through moving you. I'm not through shifting you. I'm not through doing what I'm doing in your life. And if you do this right now, then you're going to delay your opportunity for me to finish doing what I desire to do in your life. I need you to just flow with me. We don't want to flow with God. We want God to flow with us. We want God to be on our timetable, our time schedule. We want God to do what we want him to do, when we want him to do it, the way we want him to do it, without regard for what his plan is for our lives and the lives of those around us. There is a plan, a clear plan that God has for your life, and it requires you to go through certain things. You've had to go through everything that you've gone through in your life to get to this moment right now where you are. Everything, all of it. Had to go through it. It was necessary. So you can't stop believing because everything hasn't gone the way you wanted it to. So and I'm sharing this because so I had a dream. A girlfriend of mine and we both had a dream, and we saw ourselves, on stage. We saw ourselves um, making a lot of money. We saw ourselves just doing some great things, impacting a lot of lives, right? And it hasn't happened to that magnitude yet. And, it's easy to find yourself saying, okay, well, this just must not be for me or whatever. But recently something happened, and she called me up and she said, hey, I want you to look at something. And the thing about me is I've been in a place where God has said, hold up, be still, don't move yet, wait, da 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 da. But I've been feeling the urge, the unction, the desire, the drive to get back to trading, to get back to impacting lives, to get back to uh, that drive that, I'm known for 122, that drive that accomplishes goal setting and knocking it out and having big audacious goals, right? It's important to be able to have big audacious goals. And so I've got some big audacious goals and they look like they're impossible. But this is what I know. There is nothing impossible with God, and with God, all things are possible. And so I know that God is bringing situations into my life that are going to require a level of believing that I haven't operated in a while, a level of believing that's going to break through the barrier for me, a level of believing that will solidly position me where I'm supposed to be, solidly, like without question, without doubt. I'm supposed to be a top earner in a company. And I've been that, but I'm supposed to do it on another level. Like I feel it with everything in me, every fiber of my being, that there were some pieces that were missing. There were some things that I had to address, some things that I had to deal with that were blocking me, stopping me, but most importantly, stopping me from seeing me the way I'm supposed to be. Like literally, when you can't see yourself the way God has created you, the way you were designed to be, then you will fail to achieve all that God has ordained for you to accomplish because you'll never see yourself there. I see myself there. I see myself on that stage. I see myself impacting a lot of lives, helping people make millions of dollars because it is the call on my life. It's been the call on my life, all of my life, all of my life. And I didn't know. like what it was. I just knew I was different. I knew I was different. I knew I didn't fit in. I knew that I wasn't like everybody else. I knew I was different. And there were times when I regretted and resented being different because I just wanted to fit in. But God said, you'll never fit in. I don't care where you go, you'll never fit in. You can be in a room full of millionaires and billionaires and you still won't fit in. You'll stand out and they'll be asking, who is that? And sure enough, when I'm in positions where I've been in rooms with millionaires, like people want to know who is that? I never fit in. And you know what? You may not fit in, but that's perfect. That's right where God wants you. He wants you in the place where you do not fit in. You're not regular. You're not ordinary. You're supposed to stand out. You're supposed to stick out. They're supposed to be trying to figure out, who are you? Where did you come from? Like, how did she get up in here? How did he get here? Well, what's going on? Well, what's their story? What's their story? Somebody is waiting for your story because your story is what they've been waiting for. They're waiting for your story because your story is what they know. It is the thing that's going to inspire them. It's the thing that's going to empower them. It's the thing that's going to shift them. It's going to energize them. It's going to impact them. Like, I don't know how anyone can be around me for very long without feeling that, mm, that, that burst of energy, that burst of energy that says, hey, I'm ready to bet on me. One of the things I'm big on, bet on you. Bet you. I appreciate you all betting on me. I do. I do. But listen, can you bet on you? Like, you're just as important to be betting on as I am. I get it. Like, y'all might say, but Dr. V, you got a PhD. Yeah, and I've got a lot of debt that came with that. Like, I need God to erase that. Student loans, baby. You know, I do have a PhD, but that is not what defines me. It's not even my greatest attribute. It's not even the greatest thing about me. The greatest thing about me is that I absolutely freaking love and believe God. Greatest attribute ever. It is the thing that sets me apart. It is the things that makes me stand out. It is the thing that allows me to do all the other stuff that I do. And all the other stuff I do, that, yeah, that's great. But what is greatest about me is I do it because I freaking love God and I believe him. Now, I may not always believe him all the way, and so he may have to show me some stuff and remind me of some stuff. But baby, I believe God. Listen, let me tell you something. And when I have, that little gap between believing God and not believing God, you know what I say? I pull a Thomas. Lord, I believe. Help my unbelief. Wherever there's unbelief in me, God, help me change that to belief. Help stretch that so that it can become belief. God, I believe you and I want everything that you have in store for me in my life. And I'm literally watching him give me the desires of my heart. One, two, two. I'm literally watching him give me the desires of my heart. When I think about, my fiance, when I think about that man, like, I'm just like, God, wow, are you serious? Listen, not because he's perfect. He's not perfect, but he's perfectly imperfect for me. And I love that about him. I want to have people have the opportunity to see what's possible, what God can do, what can happen when you trust him. But you got to trust him. You got to trust him. You got to believe him. 133. You got to believe him. You got to believe God. And why am I saying this? Because sometimes we say we believe him, but we really don't believe him. And so you need to be saying what Thomas said, Lord, I believe, help my unbelief. God, if you find unbelief in me, help my unbelief. If you find a place in my life, in my heart, in my spirit, in my mind, in my being, where I'm failing to measure up to what belief looks like, God, I need you to deal with that in me. Show it to me. Put a big mirror up, put a big neon sign up that says, hey, you don't believe, so that I can be checked. Wait, whoa, hold on. Well, let me see what's going on. Listen, you've got to believe, and you've got to believe not only in yourself, which is one of the hardest things for us to do, but to believe in other people. So let me tell y'all what happened last night. Let me tell y'all what happened last night. I got to get this hair right. Okay. So let me tell y'all what happened last night. So y'all know I got new hair. I had to go find it. Okay. I'm in Alabama. I had to go find a beauty supply store in Auburn. They didn't have it. So I had to go to Opelika. I went to Opelika. And when I went to Opelika, the first of all, I believed I was going to find the hair I needed because I needed my hair done last night. Okay. Because I've got stuff happening. I'm traveling today. I needed the hair. Needed it. 144. 144. I needed that hair so I could do my hair because I'm going to church tonight with my baby. So listen, I'm going to see my baby. I need to have my hair right. And it was coming out. I said, I got to fix this. I can't go like this, right? So I believed that I was going to find it. I believed it. So I went, and I didn't find exactly what I was looking for, but I found something that was close enough that I could, I could use. I was like, okay, well, it's gonna have to work, right? It's gonna have to work. I'm gonna have to do it. I had to get some braiding hair because my hair is relaxed and I needed the braids to stay when I braided it down for the crochet. So, I got that. Well, I've never really braided hair in my hair, right? Or anybody else's for that fact. And so I was like, okay, God, now I've never done this. You're gonna have to help me. My scalp is very sensitive. Braiding hair often irritates my scalp. So they said, well, we've got an antibacterial. Bam, there we go. There's the solution to the problem. I get back and I have to shampoo my hair because my scalp is dry. My scalp is super dry. It was flaky. I was like, oh no, honey, this flake stuff. No, we can't be doing that. So I had to shampoo my hair, but I didn't have my shampoo with me. So I used my daughter's shampoo and conditioner, shampooed my hair. I left my dryer in the car. I didn't feel like going out and getting it. She's like, oh, you can use my dryer. Well, her dryer just has a diffuser on it. I said, we're going to have to diffuse. Maybe this will help make my hair stay in the braid because, my hair is it's relaxed and straight. So it won't slip apart. So I did it. I tie my hair. I sew my hair down, right? Sew my braids down so that they're stabilized and the crochet braids can say, now listen, y'all. Now I did my hair for the first time using crochet. I did it personally, with the style that you guys saw me in last, right? I did that, right? I did it not knowing what I was doing, just saying, okay, well, I'm gonna do my hair, right? I don't know what it's gonna look like, but well, you guys liked it. Y'all were like, oh, that's cute. Oh, I love that style on you. Okay, cool, great. So I got the crochet needle. I'm getting ready to do it. But my daughter crochets. Now listen, I know she's light skinned. I know she is, but I said this, and she knits and she crochets, right? So she doesn't really crochet hair, but she crochets. So she was like, oh, I think I could do that. I said, well, girl, we can ready to find out because listen, I don't have time to be struggling and my hair getting caught in the bread. Like, I don't have time for that. Baby, can I tell y'all that she did my hair? This is my white daughter. She did my hair. Yeah, how did she do? How did she do? I told her, I said, girl, I think you can make some money doing this. Now, listen, yeah, she did my hair. She did my crochets. She crocheted it in. She found the gap. She was like, I feel like some need to go right here. This little white girl finna be like on point. She finna be so on point. But she like, I feel like, we can put one right here, put one right here, maybe we can fill this gap right here. I said, girl, you better do it, honey. But let me tell you what's the most significant thing about it. Thank you, Stacy. I'm gonna tell her. She'll be down here in a little bit. But this is the most significant thing about it. Um, this trip, listen, I'm gonna tell you, this trip, I've had to operate in belief. Thank you, Jackie. She did that. Yeah, she did that. She did. Thank you, Corey. I had to operate in belief 155. 155. I had to operate in belief. But listen, let me tell you the bonus that God did. Amen and amen. Rosalind, we start January 8th. Y'all don't forget, Forward Focus 21, our 21-day fast starts January 8th. That's a February. January 8th. January 8th, this Sunday, we're going to start our fast. We start our fast, so I need y'all to get yourselves together, figure out what you fast and ask God about it. If you're not in the Forward Focus group, put Forward Focus in here in the chat and we'll try to get you in the group. Okay. Or you can search Forward Focus 21. You'll find the group and you can join it. Okay. So this trip, probably more than any time that we've been together, um, we've had an opportunity to really deepen our bond. Like our bond has deepened tremendously. Now, listen, I know that may not seem like much, her crocheting my hair, but for her, as a white woman, to step out of her comfort zone, to do something that she's never done, and for us to just talk, because we spent a lot of time just talking and sharing. And so it was good, but it required me believing in me, believing that I would find what I needed and believing in her, believing that she could do it, right? I just believed. And some people would have said, "No, girl, ain't no way I'm gonna let you do it." Well, she couldn't do worse than me because I didn't, I did it for the first time and it turned out okay. But I believed in her and I believe in her. And I'm so in awe of God and how He's given me this opportunity for our hearts to really be knit together. Like we were already cool, but our hearts have been knit together on this trip to be able to spend time with the kids, to be able to um, do things with them just to help out because when you have two small children it's a lot, right? And it can be overwhelming, but she's such a great mother and she's such a great person, has such a great heart. My son did well, for me. Greater than my son's marrying a black woman was them marrying and finding and marrying someone who loved them the way they needed to be loved and who they could love the way that they needed to be loved. And when I look at them and I look at their relationship and I look at their marriage, she's perfect for my son because listen, I couldn't. I love him, but we'd be fighting. Probably because he's a little too much like me. He's actually a mixture of me and his daddy. So, like, my nerves would just be bad. I'd just be like, but he's fine though. One thing about me, I'm gonna produce some fine children. Oh, they gonna be fine. People gonna be like, "Oh, your kids are so fine." They get it from their mom. Y'all, listen. When I tell you, you gotta believe God. Gotta believe God. Hmm. They are their kids have never really been away from them. And my goal is for me to be able to love on them and those kids so much that when I say, "Hey, you want me to get the kids for the weekend?" that they'll release and do that. Like that's my goal. I want to be able to have my grandkids for part of the summer. I want to be able to have them and their parents be able to take breaks. I want to be able to do that. Girl, Rosalind, you know I'm telling the truth. My kids is fine. People are like, oh my God. I remember my ex-husband's aunt. She was talking about family conflict. And she said, girl, they just mad because y'all got them pretty kids. Now listen, I'm have a pretty baby. It don't matter who the daddy is. The baby gonna be pretty. Thank God for them Oscar Wiggins dominant genes. And I didn't even know that's what it was, but that's what it is. Them Oscar Wiggins genes, okay? But you gotta believe in you. Believe in the desires that God has given you. See, God doesn't give you a desire for something and it not, I'm trying to figure out how to word it. Like my desire to make billions and help others make millions. That's a God given desire. God gave me that desire. Why did He give it to me? Not everyone has that desire, but He gave that desire to me. And if He's given that desire to you, there's a reason. It means that you're a financial landscape changer, that you're a person who's designed and destined to create generational wealth and help others create generational wealth. Listen, don't let people convince you that that's the devil because you have that desire inside of you. Somebody's got to understand that the wealth of the wicked is laid up for the just. Someone's got to understand that the ability to obtain wealth has been given to us by God, that it's in us 166. It's in us. It's in us. The desire to be a wife, the desire to be a mother, the desire to be a husband, the desire to be a father, the desire to be an educator, the desire to serve God. Those desires, they come from God. There's a reason you have purpose. I asked my daughter last night because my baby was asking me, so, girl, I know Rosalind, that's good. I need to. I need to keep it a financial landscape changer. I don't think I've ever heard that before, but I like the way it sounded. That was the Holy Spirit. That was God talking. But listen, my baby was asking me about the number you see up there, 40390, right? And he was like, what does that number mean? I was like, I don't know. He was like, you never noticed? I was like, yeah, but I didn't think to ask. Well, my son gave that to her. It's the zip code of Asbury, Kentucky, which is where they met. Now, that's not a lot. It's not this big, grandiose gesture, but it says that this is why I love him. I talk trash about him, but this is why I love him. 177. Um, he thought about the fact that that's where they met and wanted to give her something to always remind her of where they met, where it started. And she was different. She was different. There was no premarital. There was no premarital. Mm-mm. She wasn't doing it. She wasn't going. Just like, nope. Mm-mm. I love that about her. I love that she had a standard. I love that that standard caused him to come up, right? It didn't matter that there were these other girls out there throwing coochie at him. You know, he wanted her. And I think that those things about her, the fact that she just didn't let him slide on stuff, those were the things that really drew him to her. It's like, oh, you're not gonna let me just get away with that? What? Oh, 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 oh. Um, and I love that for them. And I love that for my grandchildren. My prayer and my desire is that their marriage would last unto death, that they would create the family that I always wanted to create and I always wanted for my children, that they will be generational curse breakers, right? And break the curse of divorce and multiple marriages off of our bloodline for our grandsons, right? For my grandsons to be able to um, know that they can find the person that they love and marry them and be with them forever. Like, I want that for them. That's my heart's desire. That's my prayer for them. You see, they never have to worry about me trying to come in between their marriage or trying to break up their marriage or trying to get in front of her. They don't have to worry about that because I know what that feels like. No, I always just want to support. So I try to play a supporting role. And a supporting role means that you don't get to tell people how to do what they do and live their life. And well, you need to do this and you need to do that. No, that's not your role when they're adults. Your role is to provide wise counsel when requested, not volunteer your thoughts on what they should be doing, but to provide wise counsel. And so I really try to be very intentional about that, not overstepping, not doing too much, but being here in a way that supports. Um, Last night when I was looking for my hair, all I could think of was when I get back, Isaac is going to be asleep. I'm gonna be mad. When I got back, he was asleep. And I couldn't leave this morning until they got up and I got an opportunity to see them. You can't control everything, but you can believe God for what looks impossible, you know? Um, and not judge how it comes. So Kat is not who I necessarily would have seen him with, but she's the person for him. See, sometimes what you need in your life doesn't come in the package that you expect or other people expect, but it doesn't mean it's not what God has sent to you. So you stop getting caught up in the stuff that um is not the most important stuff. Honestly, to be very honest with you, um I was concerned about my son dating a white girl, not just because she was white, but because of the history of the things that can happen, right? And so my hypervigilance was very high as it related to that because I'd seen Black men, Black boys, um, accused of things that it wasn't rape, but it was called rape. And so that was always my concern with my sons. I never wanted my sons to go through that. I never wanted them to be caught up in the legal system behind something that was a mutual choice of consenting adults, but like it got turned around. Like I never wanted that for them. But I will say this in all honesty, I believe that she is just the best thing that could have happened to him. Now, y'all can't tell him I said that, but I'm so excited looking at the man that he's become. A very active father, you know. He spent the first year of Joseph's life being his primary caregiver, and their relationship, their bond is amazing, you know. And I watch him with these kids, and I watch him in the house, and he cooks and he cleans and he does laundry and he does all those things, which, helps. But he's just present. My boys are present fathers. They're present. Their desire is to be present in their children's lives, their sons' lives. Like that's their desire. Like they desire it. It's not just that they do it, they desire it. It is a burning desire, a desire given by God. Some probably because there were things that they did not have or did not get. And I'm not saying that their dads weren't in their life at all. They were. But they just get an opportunity to create um, the relationship they desire with their children and to create the life that they desire. And so do we. You all listen, this is why I'm so deliberate and so intentional when I talk about this stuff, because I need you to understand that you've got to believe. You've got to believe that you deserve it. You got to believe that you can have it. That's the only way that you'll push yourself through to get to it. And pushing yourself means looking at you, being honest with you, addressing you, your stuff, your ish, your childhood traumas, the things that plague you, being able to deal with those things and deal with them in a way that allows you to heal. Hmm. A way that desires you allows you to heal. You got to heal. You got to heal. And this life journey is all about us healing, becoming whole, and getting to the place where we can be who God needs us to be in the earth. See, God doesn't bring the kingdom into fruition on the earth. He uses us to do that. And you can't do it if you don't believe it's possible. If you don't believe that you can be that agent, right? You won't do it. You'll find yourself always looking to someone else to do it, waiting for someone else to do it, trying to see if someone else can do it other than you. No, take your position. Take your position. Occupy your position and do that. Last night, Joseph loves my book. Let's see if I can pull it over here. So Joseph loves my book, and he's always messing with the gems on it, right? And I told him, I said, well, I'm gonna get you a book so that you can create your own book, so that you can do your book. So last night I couldn't come back because I knew I was leaving today. I couldn't come back without a book that he could decorate, and that's what we did. He decorated his book. I gave him agency. Where do you want to put the next one? Which color? And so I put the glue down, and he put the gem down, and we put it up for it to dry, and then I wrote his name on it so that he could have his own book. He wanted a book, look, that he can write in. Now, right now, his writing will be scribble, but it'll be his. And he'll start a life of journaling, writing stuff down. And that's what it's about. Jojo, good morning. You want me to put your shoes on? Bring them here. I'll put them on for you. There you go. So, you guys, listen. What I'm saying is simply this: choose to believe. Don't stop believing. Thank you, baby. You're such a good helper. Okay, but these are yours. Okay, I gotta leave these here. Okay, these are daddy's. These are daddies. Yeah, these are daddies. You want to say hi to the people? Yeah. Come on. You see you? Who is that? Whoa. Who is that? Me. You. Yeah. Whoa. Yeah. Whoa. Yeah. Whoa. Roar. Roar. He's pointing to his dinosaurs. Roar. Roar. Say hi. Tell the people hi. 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 Hot. Hot. No, we can't touch that. Mm, we can't touch that. So y'all listen, I'm getting off here because I'm going to say bye to my crew. But know this, don't stop believing because the key is in your belief. Your belief is where you can get your breakthrough. Turn your belief into action. They said, hi, Joseph. They said, hi. You can't stop believing. God desires for you to have the life that you desire. He desires that. He desires for you to have the life that you deserve. Miss Jackie said, good morning, handsome. He desires it. Go get it. Stop playing. Stop playing small. Stop acting like you don't know. Now, listen, I pray this word blessed you. I pray that you got something out of it. And if it blessed you and you're ready to put your manifested miracle seed in the ground, drop it in the ground. Don't miss the opportunity this first week of January to put that seed in the ground. Go to Cash App, $ DRV Walters, Cash App, $ DRV Walters, and put in the comments manifested miracles and what you're expecting. Listen, I'm telling you, I'm already receiving the blessings of the seed that I've sown this year, and it hasn't stopped and won't stop. Can't stop, won't stop. So go ahead, drop your seed, put your seed in the ground, give it an assignment. Give your seed an assignment. Tell God what you want this seed to do. What do you want it to produce, and where do you want it to produce in your life? And be open to the possibility He brings to you. It may not look like you think, but it may be just what you need. Listen, I love you guys to life and life more abundant. Have an amazing, incredible, an epic day, and I may be back later. We'll see. I love you guys. Be blessed. Mwah.